Here, here, we are live, people. This is Live Free or Die, and I'm your host, Eli King. We are having some minor technical difficulties with the CG, but she's going to work on it while we go live. Today's topic is going to be, of course, no other than Obamacare. Or let me rephrase that. It's more like Obama don't care. Because I had a meeting with my HR department this week, and it was in regards to my healthcare enrollment with United Healthcare, of course. And I was informed that my premiums have just gone up, quadrupled actually. So, yeah, it seems like the Affordable Health Care Act, the Obama Don't Care Act, is not working for me. My premium went up from $41 every paycheck. Now I have to pay $150 every paycheck into my insurance. It went from 3% I was paying into 15%. And if you happen to opt out of the insurance because, let's say your wife has you covered under her job, they would, before in the past, give you a $4,000 bonus. That's no more. You will not get that opt-out bonus anymore. Your premiums have gone up. It seems like it's all going to hell. And Obamacare is a eugenicist death care system implemented by the Queen herself, who wants to bring the population down to below 2 billion people. Okay? Get ready for death panels. Get ready for canes instead of care. Wheelchairs instead of real treatment. Okay? You're not going to get the surgeries you need. Okay, and I thank Obama for this Don't Care Act, because now it's waking up many liberals who are on my level, who voted for Obama like I did in 2008, and are now coming to me and saying, you're right. I'm tired of this. Last year, I got the 4% tax raise, right? And then I get a 4% raise. So basically my raise is zero. Now, went dead, but I hear it again. It's on again. Boy, we're working through it. I tell you, it seems you know, the implementation of this Obamacare is now taking place, and we are all going to suffer. I am starting to suffer right now. I cannot afford a $150 pay hit every paycheck, okay? My kids are going to lose food, okay? My kids are going to basically starve a little, okay? We now have to cut back to contribute to, and like I said, what was supposed to be free? It seems it's not so free, people. But this is Live Free or Die. And I will get the damn message out. Please, just call your senators, call your congressmen, stand up, let your voice be heard. Don't listen to President Obama when he says not to listen to bloggers, not to listen to talk radio heads, not to listen to political activists, not to listen to your First Amendment. Don't abide by the Constitution. Don't believe in the free media. The media is the people. Not the government paid off Rachel Maddow, MSNBC garbage. We are the media, and we need to start acting like it. But the people are awakening, let me tell you. So many YouTube channels out there broadcasting themselves as media channels. This is what we need. We need to take over their global conglomerate, New World Order, bankster-run, 2008 bailout, bought-out, deceptive, dying dinosaur media. That's what they are. They're dying. They're losing their ratings every day, and mine and other alternative news media are going up. Subscribers going up. Views going up. It's all good news from here, people, because we are winning. And when the main deceptive dying media wants to blame the Tea Party Republicans, and which I am not a Tea Partier, let's get that straight. I am a constitutionalist. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I am a constitutionalist. I believe in the Constitution. So when the main scumbag media tries to blame the Tea Party Republicans for actually trying to save this country, because we don't owe this money like Obama says. This is not my debt. I didn't sign on to this debt. That is fraudulent bankster derivative debt. The banksters owe that debt. And it's time to put the banksters on a perp walk. Okay? Handcuff them and give them the perp walk. Because that's what they need. Like Iceland did. Iceland arrested their top bankster criminal, and they wrote off their debt. It's that simple. Now, the reason the Tea Party Republicans caved in is because they were ready to cut off the food stamps, like we talked about last week. That very same night, when we were talking about there would be riots in 5 days, 17 states shut down. EBT, food stamps, shut down. Mini riots broke out. Unlimited balances started popping up. Walmart was honoring them, so they had shopping carts deep full of food. People just trying to cash in. Finally, during the middle of the shopping spree, the balances started appearing again, and people abandoned their shopping carts. But like I was saying, this is why the Tea Party Republicans caved in, because they were threatening to shut off the food stamps. And if you shut off the food stamps, cities like New York, Chicago, LA will burn in 5 days. Burn. All right. Enough talking here. My first article by Paul Joseph Watson, of course, Infowars.com. 10 ways the Obamacare train wreck is screwing the American people. Number 1, research by the Manhattan Institute documents how average insurance rates premiums will rise by 99% for men and 62% for women under Obamacare. Like I was saying before, your premiums, everything's going to go up. It's going to skyrocket. Nothing is for free. The Obama administration claims that federal subsidies will counteract these rate hikes. But according to healthcare expert Avik Roy, that's simply not true. Number 3, the Obama administration lied to the American people when it claimed that existing healthcare insurance plans could be kept. Obama promised that if you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor. Period. Lie. Over 1,000 United Healthcare doctors just got fired in Connecticut. Number 4. Numerous analyses have concluded that the company's train wreck that was the launch of the healthcare.gov was in fact designed to fail in order to avoid sudden backlash from Americans irate at the massive premium increases. Number 6 or number 5, whatever. For those Americans who are able to enroll in Obamacare, they are putting their private information at the mercy of hackers and NSA spies. IP addresses, social security numbers, private bank account details, employer details, email addresses, passwords, and anything else you can think of that you have on that damn computer in your house or wherever will be picked up by these hackers and spy agencies. Number 6, as a result of Obamacare, the general president has now been set thanks to last year's Supreme Court ruling that the federal government has the power to force Americans to purchase private goods and services. What's next? Will the government force Americans to buy a certain brand of eco-friendly vehicle only? Will we be forced to buy these smart cars? Oh boy. Number 7. Obamacare provides IRS with a new justification to hunt down Americans deemed to be evading the new system. While claiming that the IRS will not target Americans who don't sign up, the administration last year directed $500 million to the IRS to help implement the president's health care law. So the IRS will now be looking at your financial records and fining you and arresting you if you do not participate in this Obamacare. Number 8. Many small businesses are firing workers and scaling back working hours in a desperate effort to avoid exorbitant Obama cost. Number 9. Other small businesses have chosen to close down entirely. A chiropractic clinic in Pennsylvania was forced to close down as a result of receiving a reduced reduced payments from insurance companies thanks to Obamacare. And number 10, the only entitles that seem to be benefiting from Obamacare are giant insurance companies who have all seen their stock prices soar over the last 3 years. You want to know why? Because the health insurance companies wrote the Obamacare bill, or the Obama Don't Care bill. All right, let's move on to this next article. This is by Michael Schneider from the Economic Collapse. The coming food stamp riots. It may not happen this month or even this year, but food stamps riots are coming to America. In fact, we've got a small preview coming to the food stamp riots this past weekend. As I was describing before, there were some mini riots and some acts of vandalism because people thought the EBT system, actually shut down. And this is what's going to happen. This is what they want. They want chaos, and they want to create order out of chaos. So when people start hitting the streets and rioting, the people come and beg government for help so that we need them. How are we doing on this video here? Yeah, let's go to my next article. We're going to show a video about Rachel Maddow and the MSNBC. The title of this article is MSNBC Edits Video to Frame Veterans. NBC edits video to frame veterans. Veterans last weekend protested because the memorials were shut down. And Rachel Maddow and her dying, deceptive MSNBC network basically lied and told the world that the veterans are evil, that the cops aren't getting paid, and all such lies and deceptions. Basically, the video will better explain it than I would. Let's go to that video so you can see what I'm talking about.
Last night on MSNBC, Rachel Maddow covered the Veterans March that took place over the weekend. And in stereotypical mainstream fashion, she deliberately distorted and falsified the facts surrounding the protest. First, she made it look like the Veterans March was organized by the Tea Party, led by Ted Cruz and Sarah Palin. And she said it was a small demonstration and once again pulled out the race card, insinuating that the veterans rally was somehow racially motivated.
Vaguely threatening but incoherent is a patented thing with these folks. It has never, ever held them back. Like, say, this guy who brought the Confederate flag to the rally to wave it in front of the White House. Yes, an African-American family lives in that house now. But hey, I think the idea here was more about waving a Confederate flag in front of a house where a black family lives than it was about anything specific related to the Marines.
And of course, they kept showing footage of this one guy who was out there with his Confederate flag, but failed to show the incredible amount of veterans who showed up, including, yes, black veterans. And that's because most everyone is extremely outraged right now about the Obama administration putting up barricades and denying veterans access to our nation's memorials.
Y'all need to perform the Constitution you took the oath to do. These veterans served our country. They put their life in line on the line for you, for our country. And you're going to block their access to the memorial? Surely you got more dignity and respect than that. You're going to spit on their graves as well when they die?
But Rachel Maddow's lying to her audience got worse. She claimed that the veterans, for example, were throwing the barricades at the White House, which did not happen.
They then picked up the barricades that were around the closed World War II memorial and dragged the barricades over to the White House and hurled the barricades at the White House.
But the big lie was when she told her audience that the police were not getting paid.
Then the protesters went home, so the police, who through no fault of their own are working without being paid, the police had to pick up those barriers, drag them back to where they came from, and keep working their shifts without being paid because of the shutdown that these folks made happen.
Wait a minute. Let's stop right there. Notice they keep showing a video loop of a veteran who is pushing one of the riot police backwards. What MSNBC failed to show their audience was the fact that it was the riot police who lashed out at veterans first. You can clearly see this cop pushing the veteran before the veteran pushes back. MSNBC deliberately edited that part out of the video. And as far as the cops not being paid during the shutdown, it's on record that all patrol and riot police are seen as essential. They're all on duty and they're all getting paid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little backup.
So the police that are getting yelled at there are working without pay while the shutdown goes on. And working without pay includes now getting screamed at for being at work.
Is there any threat? Is there any law being broken?
And there were a lot of World War II veterans that showed up for the march over the weekend, and no World War II veteran should be denied access to the Iwo Jima Memorial or the World War II Memorial or to any other memorial for that matter. And the fact that they were denied access should be a wake-up call to us all. The enemy is no longer foreign, it is domestic. So remember, you can't trust MSNBC, you can't trust Rachel Maddow, and don't fall for the race card. Those memorials belong to us, each and every one of us. And as long as they're out there putting up barricades, it's up to all of us to get out there, support our veterans, tear those barricades down, and send a clear message to Obama that we're not about to back down. I'm Darren McBreen for Infowars.com.
We're good. Well, there you have it. Great report by Darren McBreen right there. And basically points out the lies and deception by Rachel Maddow especially. And, she's totally bought and paid for. There was a time I did listen to her on radio back in 2007 during the Obama campaign. And she did speak some great, encouraging, truthful words. But now she seems to be bought and paid for like the rest of them. Is that all it takes? Give me a show on NBC and I say what you want and you pay me? Well, I still wouldn't sell my soul, not even for that price, okay? You couldn't buy me out, MSNBC. You couldn't buy me out, Fox News, CNN, any of you scum. I'd rather do this show here for free than join those damn networks. And that is the God-honest truth. All right. Next article. Chase Bank limits cash withdrawals, bans international wire transfers. Yes, Chase Bank is now limiting their wire transfers of over $50,000 out of the country. Now, you can bring money in, but you cannot bring the money out. Apparently, that's the new law. Plus, the fees are going to be going up. Plus, J.P. Morgan happens to own the EBT or run the EBT system. So, get ready for that shutdown as well. When they shut down the food stamps, like I was saying. Let's go to this next video, my friend. This next article is we're gonna be talking about hidden messages in the new $100 bill. It's by Paul Joseph Watson. And there's a nuclear attack depicted in the $100 bill, just like 9/11 was depicted in the last series. Let's just go to the video, see what I'm talking about.
Remember this one from 2002? Caused quite a stir at the time. You take a $20 bill, fold it over, and it resembles an image of the burning Pentagon on 9/11. And then, of course, flip the bill over, and it appears to show the burning twin towers of the World Trade Center. Some people said, you had to use your imagination to some extent to see this. Others saw it as a chilling prophecy of what was to come, bearing in mind that this $20 bill was issued in 1998, 3 years before the 9/11 attacks. Well, now with the recent release of the new issue $100 bill, one video blogger sees similar hidden messages in the 9/11 vein in the new issue $100 bill. According to Jonathan Kleck, if you fold the $100 bill in the same way as you folded the previous $20 bill with the 9/11 symbolism, it actually shows nuclear devastation and then some kind of tidal wave flooding through New York as seen in the movie The Day After Tomorrow. You can see it on screen now. Here's the flip side of the $100 bill, which, according to Kleck, shows some kind of missile hitting the ocean with this plume surrounding it, causing some kind of nuclear devastation, which then leads to the mass flooding of New York City. Then apparently, according to Kleck, if you go back and look at the $10 bill, fold it over in a similar way, this shows the missile launch of that apparent nuclear missile that causes the devastation and the flood. The bill also contains these Liberty bells in this magnetic strip down the middle, which when you move the note around, the bells themselves move and they ring, which Kleck claims is a sign that they're ringing the alarm bells for this future devastation in America. So are there really portending warning signs of doom about nuclear devastation and flooding in the new $100 bill? Well, the $20 bill, which apparently, according to some, foreshadowed the events of 9/11, appeared to contain those very images. Now, you have to stretch your imagination a little bit to see them, as you do in this case also. As far as I'm concerned, I think this is more kind of a fascinating insight into how human beings find the most ominous warning signs about future events in everything they see. It's kind of a alluring apocalyptic fever that many people suffer from, which leads them to make these rather large leaps in logic and speculations about future doomsday events. But a lot of people are interested in this. The original video, which I'll link in the description below, has over 110,000 views. It's only been out a few days. So let me know what you think. Does the new $100 bill contain secret, hidden messages about the future nuclear devastation of major cities in the United States? Let me know in the comments below. This is Paul Joseph Watson reporting for Infowars.com.
All right, there you go. Interesting video right there by Paul Joseph Watson at Infowars.com. It was depicted that 9/11 was predicted in the $20 bill, my friends, okay, and the $10 bill and so forth. Really quick, I'm unable to get the number up, but if you want to give me a call, the number is 212-245-7273. That is 1212-245-7273. We are live, people. 212-245-7273. Once again, we are live every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on MNN.org. All right, next article. Ex-Navy SEAL. Government provoking vets to bring on martial law. Yes, a former Navy SEAL, Benjamin Smith, participated in the Million Vet March last weekend. And on Tuesday, he told Fox News that he thinks the government is trying to provoke veterans into a situation where martial law may be used. This seems quite actual and factual, in fact, when you think about Fort Hood doing scenarios of riot training and such, and all sorts of people in the National Guard and the armed forces training for riots. Now let's see what this next caller thinks about what's going to happen. Caller, you are on the air.
Oh, hello. Yes. Yeah, I saw that footage with the veterans riot with police officers in D.C. They showed it on CNBC, though, right?
MSNBC, Mr. Rachel Maddow, I believe, yes.
They showed it, right?
Yes, they did, Steve. I believe you just saw it. Did you watch the show? Or are you
Oh, yeah, and
watching?
I also search it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Now, what about the other video by Joseph? The video that we just saw, is it on YouTube? The one
Yes,
by
it-
Paul Joseph Watson?
Yes,
That's
it is.
The film that he did?
There were all sorts
Talking
of
about the
videos.
$100 bill?
There were all sorts of videos talking about the $100 bill on YouTube. Yes, sir.
Oh, there's like hidden messages inside that bill that's talking about
Exactly.
the coming of days.
Type in decrypted message and $100 bill, hidden
Oh, same thing
messages
with the
and new
dollar bill,
$100
yeah.
bill, and you will get all of that.
Right, and getting back with the shutdown, right? You know, just because we're out of a shutdown, don't sleep on it. We're only till January 15th. This is a tentative bill that we're on.
This is true. What will they do then, Steve? Will they cut off the food stamps, my friend?
Well, it could be, it could possibly be, but January 15th we can be in another shutdown again.
Yes.
Because remember, this bill only lasts till the 15th, and then until February 7th.
All right, really
With
quick.
the
You got
death
anything
ceiling.
else on your mind? Because I'm running out of time, my brother.
Oh yeah, I know. Your time is running short and everything, but did you heard about what was it, the banks and everything about the 72 hour?
Absolutely,
Like if
brother.
the collapse happened.
I did hear
that the
about
thing
it. I got
burned
another
for
call,
5
my
days.
brother. I'm going to have to let you go.
Oh, okay, man.
I'll talk to you next week. Let's go to this next call. Yes, I did hear about the shutdown. I talked about it earlier. The banks will be raising their fees and limiting money from going out of the country. Caller, you're on the air.
No, this is Adam Constanza from Flyoverlandia.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, Eli?
What's on your
Yo,
mind,
first
brother?
time caller, long time listener.
All right, brother. Glad to hear that. What's on your mind?
Yeah, man, you're the best. I'll tell you that, you're the best.
Oh, nah, you're the best,
You
brother.
bring the truth, man. You bring the truth. Everyone else just fucking, beats around the twat. You bring the truth. I don't mean to be vulgar, but they do.
All right, brother. Well, I
What's going on with you, man?
appreciate
When
that.
that was your show. I was driving the whole time, talking to this fucking douchebag on the phone.
I appreciate the call, brother.
Where you going? You leaving me?
Well, yeah, we only got about 30
What
seconds
about Adam
left.
Lanza?
Adam
I
Lanza,
just said I
that's a
was
whole
Adam
fraud
Lanza.
right there. Sandy Hook was a hoax, my friend.
Sandy
You know
Hook
that.
is a hoax. How do I know?
How do you know?
Photos, brother. No photos.
All right, brother, we got
You got
30
photos
seconds
of
left.
Javier? What?
I got to let you go, brother. We got 30 seconds
You have
left.
to let me go. All right.
All right, I
Okay.
appreciate the call. Thank you very much, my friends. People, join me every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on MNN.org. Last article, Schwarzenegger wants Constitution to be changed for 2016 presidential run. Screw him. God bless America. God save the Constitution, my friends. And I'll see you next week. Live free or die.